Yeah. We're gonna go down to Mississippi. This is my annual trip to the south right before Christmas. The rut's just getting kicked off down there. I got a couple different places to hunt this year, actually 3 or 4 different ones, so it should be absolutely perfect. They said the rut is just starting to crank. It's gonna be fun. It's been a rough day. I've been sick, got a sinus infection, so I actually stopped at a clinic there and saw a doctor. Got a shot, got some antibiotics. Now we're rolling on down here. I'm gonna meet my buddy Will, and this is a new place I've never hunted before. I'm gonna hunt this for 2 or 3 days, and then I'm gonna come up and hunt with another good friend of mine, which his name's Will too, and hunt with him over on his club. And so we're just gonna try to have some fun this week, try to kill a few big deer. We'll be hunting Mississippi down here, and actually Arkansas up here. So we're hunting both 2 different states. Probably gonna try to do a little bit of duck hunting. My annual South trip, I like to have a little bit of fun, and you gotta love the South. Well, today's the first day here in Mississippi, and we got up this morning and ran around and checked the place out a little bit. We still got some scouting to do. We're gonna hang a few X stands if we can. We got a lot of deer chase. It's gonna be a fun week. Brain's lit up right now. I bumped this gun a little bit in Oklahoma hunting during rifle season last week, so I wanted to be able to shoot it once and make sure this cigar is driving tacks like it was before. Maybe I'm gonna walk down and look at it. Well, we're just a little bit high, so we'll make a few adjustments here and get it right. I think that did it. This is where I hit the first time, first shot. All the other holes were taped up. I was aiming at this tape, but that hole this time was right there. That's all she took right there was 2 shots to make sure we were good. Well, we're finally getting settled here. We're pretty late, but luckily it's hot today. I think most of it's gonna be rated dark. You can see these are all nut-bearing trees for the most part. Right there, there's pecans, and then there's red oaks, oak trees, there's water oaks. They're all dropping right here. There's tracks and sign everywhere, so we can see quite a good little bit. Oh, where's the deer? Giant acorn. He's coming right at us. He was about an inch from being shot. Kind of the deal where we're at is we're trying to help manage some bucks. And, you know, they have rules for reasons. You know, they want to shoot 7 points or less. Any of them 3.5 or older. That buck was 3 or 4. He wasn't that old. But he was an 8 point.
But he had one brow that was about that big, and the other brow was about that big. He was just cruising through, and he walked right over, and he did exactly what we figured, eating on these nut trees. So that was awesome.
Well, we're going to slip down, hunt another club with another really good friend just right down the road in Wheel, and they've got an awesome buck to doe ratio, and it's a lot of fun to hunt here. So a really big cold front will be low, mid-20s tonight, so that's really, really good this time of year. I'm looking forward to it.
Well, we're moved. We came about 30 minutes south. We're inside the levee. Got the river on one side, I was levee on the other. Totally different club, and we can shoot whatever we want down here. So, looks like a really, really good spot. We're gonna hit this rattle box here. We're gonna try it quite a bit this morning in here. The way this timber works, it comes up and then splits like that. And so we're out here. Our buddy, he's right over on the other side, and we heard a thwack. It's so quiet we could actually hear him shoot. He said he just smoked a big 10 point. He smokes you a good one, huh?
Well, I think he did. I really don't know.
Well, this is the deer Will shot this morning. We weren't sitting very far apart, 150, 200 yards. And we rattled this morning. He was gonna come to me, but it's a good thing he didn't, because I smoke pulled him too. This is a stud, Will, man. Congratulations.
Thank you. Glad y'all could come down.
A lot of big deer on their feet right now, so we're gonna get back after it this afternoon. Hopefully, I think this deer going to 50, man.
It's just getting daylight here. Today is my wife's birthday. So happy birthday, baby, I love you. We noticed that a lot of the deer responded pretty well to horns, so we're gonna hunt off the ground and we're gonna call and we're gonna move, we're gonna call and we're gonna move. Oh, we're down here, some bacon straight out in front of us. Straight just ran through the lanes on the left side of the lane. I couldn't tell whether he was 4 or not. The only rule we really have is on this is they gotta be a 4-year-old, so that's the way it goes, I guess. It's just getting daylight here this morning. We're kind of sitting up on top of the old levee here. Right in the middle of some woods, so we're gonna try rattling again something this morning and just see what happens. Need to be bigger than that. Right here. Well, that's the way it goes. All weekend we could have shot that deer on the other club we were at. And last night we had to come back up here on this particular club. We're here for a call buck, so we can't shoot him. So that's just the way it goes. Well, we're just getting settled here this morning. Right now we're up with a good friend Bozo. We're in this cutover. They come in and logged this. It's just a grown-up cutover. But there are red oaks dropping right now. And there's some red oaks over in the distance, it looks like. And there's one right here. We're in one. And there's 3 big ones left right out there in front of us. So not only can we see a long way if they're chasing and running, but if they're feeding on these acorns on the chips.
We knew that we wanted to be off the food and back in the timber, and you know, we never hung this stand. Some buddies of mine, they hung this stand. There's a couple red oaks left right here in this cutover. When you leave those trees there, that's the only food trees left. I mean, as soon as it got daylight, we had a buck underneath of it.
The 1-inch spikes. I'm afraid to rattle because it's wide open. He'll look right at us. You see, he's right in that brush pile right over right now. Right behind it. He's going out in there now.
The other part for this is this full wide open rut, and anytime you got a ratio as good as this place has got, you know, them horns can be lethal. We caught in 2 deer, an 8-point and a spike, and they both went by us over there. And that 8-point, we weren't quite sure what he was for sure, so we wanted to get a better look. I rattled at him again.
Point. Straight out, look right out here. Right out there. That's a big 6-point right here. He's coming right at us.
Eh.
Straight out, look right out here. Right out there. That's a big 6-point right here. He's coming right at us.
Eh.
Big old 6-point, no brow tines. Big old mature coal buck right there. We had just rattled. This big old 6-point was coming right up to us.
We knew that there'd be a deer in here with the food, and you know, somewhere where we could see a long distance, and we could. And most of the time out here, you can't. In the Mississippi River Delta, you can't see very far unless you're on a food plot or something. So, getting them horns together, man, did this deer in.
Man. Oh, wow. Goodness, look at his forehead. He's been fighting like crazy.
Look at that. Now that is a beautiful call buck. Beautiful deer, period. The one thing about my buddy's hunting club down here that they've done an incredible job at is managing their herd, and they've taken a lot of does, and their buck-to-doe ratio is one of the best I've ever seen in the country. They're rutting, and they are fighting, and that's what we rattled him in. We come right to the tree, but he is cut all up. The other buck we rattled in was limping by. This is a fun hunt, something I look forward to every year. It's an absolute blessing. Well, I'm excited for this evening. I absolutely love hunting down here, but what I'm getting to do this evening is actually go out and sit with Luke. Luke is the son of one of my good friends that I've been hunting with down here. He's on a tear. They're part of a club here where they got a lot of management tags, and he has been filling a bunch. I think every time he's been out, he's shot a buck.
We figured out something after being here this week, that if you wanted to kill a big buck, or at least see a big buck, you gotta go with Luke. They've been holding out because Luke's been in school. So now we get to go to the good spots. Luke's hunted here a couple times this year. He shot a giant mid 36 point and then a 150s 8 point, 155 8 point. Two studs. This spot's been really, really hot, so yeah. We'll see. We'll see.
I get a 131 inch 6 point and a 155 inch 8 point all in this one spot. So
Last two times you've said it.
last 2 times I've sat here, so
You've been holding out on me all week.
There you go, buddy. Look at that big old mature deer. This was an awesome hunt. I'm just honored and blessed to be part of it. Luke's been in this spot now 3 times this year and shot 3 bucks.
yeah.
Get the Roy Redneck of the Year.
Yeah, that's
what
they call me.
And he's definitely a killing machine. He's killed a lot. And you're lucky to be on one of these clubs like this with your dad. And I was talking to Shane about it today. What a fun thing it would be to grow up here and be able to shoot deer like that. How many deer you killed this year?
Oh, this is my 8th now.
8 deer, yeah. And that's a good one, boy.
Well, hey guys, welcome to this week's Walk by Faith, where I want to turn to Romans 5:8 this week, and it says this: "But God demonstrates His own love for us in this: while we were still sinners, Christ died for us." I might be able to do something real nice for somebody that's nice to me, or they do great things for me. But would we do great things for someone that's mean to us and maybe our enemy? That's what Christ did for us while we were still sinners. He sent His Son to die for us. And we need to let that sink in. And the only way to die to ourselves and to love others and love Christ, as His commandment says, is to be close to Him, to be in His Word. And then He will empower us. Hey guys, I'm Jeff Danker. And remember, as I always say, shoot by sight, walk by faith.